Hi, educators. Welcome back. I'm Tatiana, and this is Chapter 2 of The Opposite of Cheating Teaching for Integrity in the Age of AI. A question. If a student uses ChatGPT, by the way, this is not a setup for a joke, this is real. If a student uses ChatGPT to generate an outline for your assignment and then fills it in with AI suggestions without citing any of it, did they cheat? What if they asked ChatGPT to write the entire essay? What if they paid someone else to do it? How many of your colleagues would agree with your answers? Probably not 100%. And that's the issue. There is no shared definition of cheating, not across any departments, disciplines, or even campuses when it comes to using AI. So it's that ambiguity that makes it easier for students to justify their decisions in the moment, especially under pressure, like we talked about in Chapter 1. Most of our students are operating in that gray zone. Most people are operating in a gray zone. They're probably not trying to deceive us. They're trying to survive. I know that for a fact. College is survival mode. And they're navigating a landscape of mixed messages. Think about what I might say in my class compared to what you might say in your class, plus all their other classes. There could be differences in policies, and we know how fast AI tools are moving on top of it all. So, this chapter has a very important reminder that communicating about integrity isn't about just checking off a box somewhere in the beginning of the semester written in a syllabus. It's about the rhythm of our conversations in classes. It's about being present, how we build trust with our students. So here's what I'm thinking about this year, in my own Tatiana style nudges. In my syllabus, I include conversations about integrity. In our initial conversations, here's what integrity looks like in my class. And I try to be clear, friendly, specific, and relevant. Before a major assignment, I plan to ask my students, what's one moment in this project where you think you might be tempted to cut corners and why? This is something new. I've never done this before. So this is just ways that this book has got me thinking differently. I'm definitely going to be crystal clear about the use of AI, when it's permissible, when it's not. And I also want us to explore AI together. I'm also constantly learning how to use AI tools. I'll share a story with my students about a time that I struggled to do the right thing. I like the idea of modeling imperfection for my students. Right? Nobody's perfect. So, thinking through chapter 2, this chapter reminded me that this isn't about making formal pledges or anything weird like that, but it is about pausing and building in time for conversations in our class enough to stir their moral compass and know that that's on my mind. So what messages are you sending about integrity, or are you not sending any integrity related messages in your class? Not just in your policy, but in the way that you show up for your students. And what's one small change? Because again, we're trying to make small incremental changes that add up, that could make a difference, that would invite your students into that conversation. Keep learning, inspiring, and teaching with love. I'll see you next time for chapter 3.